Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to explain you how the stack operations can be implemented using Java language. So friends, here the question asked or the statement given about the problem is you need to create a Java program, you need to write a Java program that implements the stack operation, that is using array. So array means you know that it is a collection of similar data types. After that you need to implement the operations like push, pop and display, which are the stack operations we need to understand. So let me see step by step. Before understanding the explanation, first thing we need to understand what is this stack. Stack is a linear data structure where the organization or the arrangements of the data can be done in such a way that insertion and the deletion of the data from the memory can be implemented using stack. So that has to be performed in only one end, that is in the top end. So now let we have the implementation. So for this, the Java program, it required the class creation, object creation, invocation of the member function, invocation of the data member. In the last session of my video, I have explained what is the importance of this import statement. So let me start. So how the class creation and the data member of the class stack has been done. So here the class name is stack is given and the members of the stacks are created as max array of the stacks and then the top index, so where the insertion and deletion can be done. So member function here I have included push, pop and display function. Okay, so let me have in details discussion. And friends, you need to understand here the declaration normally in the procedure oriented takes place the allocation of the memory, but in the case of the object oriented program, the declaration will not allocate the memory for all these data members. So then when the allocation of the memory takes place, so that I will explain you further. So now, as I told you, as you know that always the execution has to be taken place from the main function. So here I will start from the main function and each programs will be going to be explained. So here the main function is given here within the class stack only. Okay, so within the class stack the main function is executed, but the main function is not acting as a member function of the class stack. Instead of that, it is a normal function. So to invoke the stack class member functions like push, pop and display required the instantiation of the class by creating the object of that class. So that has been done in this statement. So here the instantiation of the class stack has been done by creating the object named as m. Okay, so this instantiation is required through the new keyword. So then some statements if you want to display while running the program, so that will be displayed by program to perform the stack operation. So by calling the print function or the methods so that exist in the class system under the package Java util through the object out is invoked. Okay, so the next step, you know that this scanner, what is the use of this scanner? Again, the instantiation of the scanner class has been taken place to have a user interactive input to the program, so to get the desired output. So now how it starts? So it starts from repeating the options. So choice we need to give. Why the choice we need to give means there are three operations under stack, so that is push, pop and display. So which operation I need to do first? So for that I need to go for the choice. So for choice what I will do, I will use a switch case. So now the first step I am going to use the looping statement, because this option asking has to be repeated until I decide to exit out of the implementation. So now while of q not equal to 0 is nothing but initially the q value I given it as 1, because 1 consider in the looping statement as true. This will be true until q is equal to 1. Once the q is set to 0, then it will exit out of the loop while. Okay, so next what it will do, next it will go for asking the operation, means displaying the operation content. So one is push, pop, second one, third one is a display option. Next you need to select your option, so which option you decide to execute. So enter your choice. So while entering your choice, so it is asking the integer type of data. So first I will go for the first choice, so that is choice number 1. So for that integer data implementation, I need to call a nextInt function that already built in the scanner class, and that is invoked through the object of the scanner class, and it will invoke the value 1 from the user, and it is given as, so it is assigned to ch. So once ch is equal to 1, my option is I need to execute the case 1. So in the case 1, what will happen here? In the case 1, actually it is asking for which element, because it is an integer data I am going to store. You can store in the stack any kind of data. So in the integer data is invoked through the nextInt method calling. So I will give the first data I want to read as value 10. So once the value 10 is read, that is assigned to the variable element, and that is passed as a argument to the function push, and push is not called as it is within the main, because it is a member function of the class stack. So through the object of the class stack m, it is invoked as m dot push of 10. Okay, so once this function is called, immediately the execution travel to the push method implementation. So here the push method implementation, how this push method implementation is implemented here. See, once the element 10 is assigned here, so first it is going to check here. So just let me see. So initially I have initialized the top value to -1, right? So that -1 is get compared to whether it is greater than equal to 99. So before that push operation, so here what's happening, once you create this m, it will allocate the memory for all these data members. So in max, and then array of stack. So array of stack is nothing but stack representation with n number of data is going to be inserted in the stack, and initially the content is not available in the stack here, so the top value is initialized to -1. So all this allocation and the assignment or initialization takes place when you create a class object m here. Okay, so once it has been done, so the push operation, what it will do, it will take the value that is read from the user interface, and then it will check the condition. So the two invalid conditions are there. When there is no space to insert the element onto the stack, so it is not possible to insert anymore, then this stack overflow message will display, or otherwise it will go for the else condition. So what is happening in the else condition? So here -1 is greater than equal to 99, so this condition get false. So then immediately it will go for the alternate choice, instruction. So alternate instruction exists in else. So in this else, what it will do, this condition will, what it will do, it will first increment the top location. From top location -1, it will become 0. In the location 0 of the stack, array of stack, so you have to place the value that is read from the user 10. Once this 10 is assigned to the value to the stack top, immediately it will return back to the main function. So in the main function, what will happen here, this will stop the execution of the case 1, and immediately it will, the cursor or the execution go for this while loop. Again in the while loop, q is not yet set to 0, it is still, it is in the value 1. So what it will do, again it will start executing the block. Again it is asking for your choice, whether first 2 or 3. So if you go for choice 3 or choice 1 again, so it will go for selecting the choice 1, means it is executing the choice 1. So again the same operations takes place and insert the second value 20. So this will happen. Next time what I will do, I will go for choice 2. In the choice before choice 2, I will go for displaying the content. So what it will do, it will select the choice 3 here. In the choice 3, what again it is doing, it is calling the member function display through the class object m. So what will happen once we invoke the member function of the class display here, it will check whether top is equal to -1. No, top is not equal to -1 because top is equal to 1 here, because two elements are inserted 10 and 20 and top is having the value 1. So this condition get false. So then what it will do, it will go for else instruction, so else block. So in the else block, what it will do, it will assign the topmost element with the variable I, and it will check whether the I is greater than equal to greater than -1. Yes, I is 0 now. I is pointing to 1 now. So this 1 is greater than -1. Then immediately what will happen, in that respective location, S of 1 location, whatever the value 20 will be there, that will be displayed. So once you display that, next what will happen here, it will decrement the size of the I value to the 0th location, and in 0th location again 0 element is in the 0th location, 0 value is not greater than -1, it is greater than -1. So what it will do, in that S of 0th location value 10 is there, that will be displayed in by this statement, and again it will decrement the value of I. So once it is decrement the value of I, what will happen, this condition get false. What I -1 is greater than -1 condition get false. So it will come out of the loop and directly it will move to the main calling function to here, and it will take a break and it will again start from the while loop. Once it is start from the while loop, what will happen, again it will check whether q value set to 0. No, again it will start for asking for the option to the user, and he may go for the option 2, and once you click on the option 2, immediately the case 2 will be executed. In the case 2, what I will do, I will take one element, which element I am going to be deleted from the stack, that is always from the top of the stack. So the now top is pointing to the element 20, because the last element that I have inserted, right? So now pop function is called. So what happens, for pop is a member function of the class, so it is invoked through the value m here. So what will happen here, pop function will be get called. Once the pop function is get called, what's happening in the pop function here, it is taking the normal local variable as z. Initially it is equal to 0 because no element is going to be deleted now. Then it will check whether top is equal to -1. No, top is pointing to the location 1. So this condition get false. It will go for the else condition. In the else condition, it will take the S of top position first. Okay, so S of top position is taken first. That S of top position value is 20. That is assigned to the variable z, and it will return assigned to the variable z, and then it will decrement the top location by 1. Top is equal to 0 now. It was 1, now it will become 0, and that value will return back to the main function. So in the main function, what will happen, the value 20 will be returned from this implementation pop function, that will be assigned to pop ele. So that will be going to be displayed pop ele plus. So again, if it will go for the while, because it is not q is set to 0, again it will you are going to ask for the choice number 2. Again the same pop operation will be executed in the same way, that is in the location 10, and the 10 also going to be deleted from the stack. So that is like this. deleted from the stack, and the top value is assigned to the value z, and then it will decrement the top value to -1, and the value assigned to z will be returned to the calling function, and it will display the 10 is going to be deleted. And in case if you try to delete again if you want to delete the element from the empty stack, then it has to display the message like this. So again what I will do, again I will go for choice number 2 here. Then it will go for case 2. In the case 2, this will call the pop function, that is member function of the class stack, and then it will check for the value. So what the value is there, so -1 is equal to -1. Yes, this condition is true. This show you that there is no elements exist anymore, so then it will show the illegal error message as stack underflow. Once you do so all this operation, then if you finished with all the operation, then what you will do, you will go for selecting the choice 4 here, that is choice 4. Once choice 4 is selected, then q will be assigned to 0, and then immediately it will go back to the while function. So 0 is not equals to 0, this condition get false, and it will come out of the while loop. So once it is come out of the while loop, all the desired operation that you required to perform on the stack has been get over. So now what you can do, you can go for executing the function, so executing the program. So how the program is executed, that I have showed you in the last video. So now just I will go for the run, and I will try to run the program. So proceed, and then console will open, and it is asking for the choice here. I will go for entering the choice 1, then enter the element to be pushed. So I will take it as 10. Now the 10th element 10 is entered, and again I will go for the choice 1. So again it is asking for the second element to be pushed onto the stack. Enter. Again it is asking for choice, which choice, just I will go for choice number 3 to display the content. See here, the first element whatever inserted, that is in the bottom of the list, bottom of the stack, and the recent element that is in the top of the stack here. So now what will happen, so now I will go for choice 2. Choice 2 means I am going for popping the element, so go for enter. Now the topmost element what it was there, that is 20 will be going to be popped from the stack. Again I will go for display here. Now only one item exists in the stack, so that is 10. Again if I do the same operation 2, the 10 will also deleted from the stack. So if I try to delete the element from the empty stack again by using the option 2 here, so it will give me the message as stack underflow, the popped element is 0. Once it is done, so all the outputs are done here. Okay, so output implementation has been done. So one more thing I want to tell you, the final. So this final is nothing but it is a keyword. So if you want to constant the value 100, that is size of the stack is 100, so it should be always 100, so it should not be modified by any of the other function, non-class function. So that I will declare that variable as final here. So and this comes how the execution of the pops takes place, pops, push and display takes place, and this is the implementation of the stack operation using the Java program. Friends, I hope that you understood the concept. If you have any doubts or anything, so just comment on my video, and if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to my video, and the notification will arrive whenever I will go for the new video creation. So thank you friends, bye.